Today's hotel room isn't quite as big as yesterday's, but I mean, it's still nice. The only downside is this is the freaking loudest air conditioning unit I have ever heard in my life. Here is my dilemma. Every single time I come into the city, I have tons of you guys commenting, Tom, why don't you move to New York already? Why are you still living in Winnipeg? Why do you spend all these monies on flights and hotels to stay in the city when you could just get an apartment here? It makes sense. The logic definitely makes sense, but here's my side of it. So first off, I am a Canadian citizen, I'm not an American citizen, so obviously obtaining permanent residence here would be tricky. Second off, obviously growing up in Winnipeg, living there since I was a little kid, everyone I know, all of my family and friends since I was a little kid live there. My grandparents live there, my dad lives there, my brother lives there, my friends live there. Also, I really like Canada. Canada's a good place. People are nice, it's relaxed, stress-free for the most part. And if you've been to New York, you know that this city is anything but relaxed. But that being said, if I had to choose one day in Winnipeg or one day in New York, I choose one day in New York. And there's just so much more to do here. There's so many more cool things to film, cool people to meet. I have friends here as well, but then of course there's the drawback of rent and cost of living being absolutely absurdly, ridiculously expensive in this city. What I'm paying for my nice downtown 2-bedroom apartment at home, I would get like a little shack in Ridgewood, Queens. I would get nowhere near the middle of the city. I would get nowhere near as nice of an apartment, and I'd probably be paying exactly the same amount, which is another drawback. So when all of you guys comment, Tom, you should live in New York, trust me, I know, it would be awesome. But that's just my mental process with it. It would be really, really cool. But at the same time, Winnipeg's not bad either. Okay, another benefit of New York is definitely the weather. I mean, it's snowing at home right now, and it is legitimately like a summer mid-July day here. It's October 10th, and I'm gonna get a freaking tan walking around New York City. This is absolutely amazing. Hey, sorry, someone stopped me on the street to say hi. As I was saying though, it's really nice out. So we made it into Nike Soho, which is one of the coolest stores in the city. But just Nike, stop doing stuff like this, please. They take a classic, I mean new classic, but still classic colorway, the Jordan 1 and the shattered backboard, and then they pervert it and change the color blocking and put it on a mid-top. I mean, I will say this one doesn't have the Jumpman on the back, so I like this a lot more than some of the other mid-tops they've done, but just stop. Just put out the high tops with Nike Air and good quality leather. I mean, clearly they know what they're doing. I'm not the business expert in terms of footwear, but these are just bad. These, on the other hand, I can't decide if I like these or not. It's a really weird, like, frosted pink colorway. Lots of people hate these. I like all the words there, sort of feels off-whitish. These are sort of cool. Besides those two and a pair of Kobe Protros, there's really nothing else in this store. There used to be like good sneakers in here. Like you used to walk in here, I remember they restocked Royals randomly, or no, they put them out like a week before they were supposed to release. That was awesome. So one thing about the Nike store is that it doesn't have that many special releases in it. You walk in on a random Tuesday in the middle of the week, and you're not gonna see that many special sneakers, but you're gonna see crazy stuff like this. Looks like a freaking Kanye fashion show in the middle of the Nike store. They're always doing cool new displays. They did a freaking ice cream truck this month. Every single month they do a new display, sometimes even twice in a month. I talked to a guy that designs all the sets and manages all the logistics of setting these things up, and they spend upwards of $150,000 a month designing, building, and implementing these new art shows, essentially art shows of sneakers and clothes on the main floor every single month. It has to be one of the coolest looking sneaker stores, certainly one of the most inventive sneaker stores in the entire city. So it might not have the best selection, in fact it definitely doesn't have the best selection, but in terms of the effort put into making that place look cool, it is 100% the best in New York City.
Just put your lips up close to mine and kiss me, baby.
Joe's Pizza is probably my favorite pizza spot in Manhattan. They've completely mastered the art of making a simple slice of pepperoni. The ingredients are down to a T. 1 part pepperoni, 1 part cheese, 1 part crust, and 4 parts grease. It's the quintessential New York slice of pepperoni pizza. Now obviously I'm no expert, but I'd say if you're trying to get a good slice of pizza in Manhattan, it's either Joe's or Prince Street Pizza. Those are like the 2 best places. I mean, to be fair, if you don't want to have a heart attack when you're 35, you should probably just stick to salads. Back in the Upper West Side, ending off a absolutely wonderful, gorgeous day in New York City. I'm gonna try and find somewhere cool to snap some pictures of these, the Element React 85s that I bought yesterday, and then tomorrow the Element React 87s come out in like 3 new colorways, and I really want to try and get the blue and red ones. Those look very, very nice. But guys, seriously, thank you to everyone for tuning in today. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both are at Tom Stefanik. I'm gonna leave links in the description for that. I can tell you guys already, tomorrow is going to be a really fun day. So I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Make sure to come back tomorrow, all you guys that are part of the Real Fam, and tune in every single day. You are some of my favorite people on earth. I'm gonna go find something to eat for dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.